Hello guys, this is Paula back for us to start putting the embellishments into the butterfly book called Flutter. So let me show you how the book looks now that we have it all bound and looking great. So it ended up with 3 signatures, which is always nice. And so that turned out to be more signatures when I started measuring, but that's all right. I just straightened them around, turned them around, and ended up with 1 sheet left over of my cardstock. I don't understand that, but we're going to decorate this. Now, I did decorate anything that had to be glued down as far as fabrics. For instance, this is the front cover. I did this here because I don't like this black. And I really thought it looked better on black because of these. But you can see the fabric is turned 2 different directions. Has sari silk up here in burgundy and 2 navy buttons with burgundy thread. So I color coordinated. And then I added ruffles here. And I did it like tabs. Ruffle here. And where's the last one? I haven't got far enough yet. I know it's back here. Give me a second. I'm just not going far enough. It's because it has a lot of signatures and it just takes a minute. Now let's see where the last one is. Let me sit down. I was standing and it's hard to see from the angle I was at. Okay, right here. So you've got this one, and this one. Now, I don't really feel like this is a lacy kind of book. And that's why I put those there, because I wanted something on this side. I may be hanging some parts of doilies on there. I just thought I'd wait and see how bulky it's going to be, and I'm afraid it's going to, see, it's already popping up a little bit, and we haven't put really anything. The first thing I want to do is go over to these bags that we made and put the ephemera in them. Remember, we were doing one of each in here. And I can't remember if I did it on the front and the back. We might have. Let's see. I'm going to do a different color. I didn't keep them in any kind of order, guys. I just pulled them out of there so I wouldn't, you know, stitch them. Let's see. Let's do this one. Anyway, and I put it on the opposite side of the last journaling card. I think this is how I did it. Yeah. And then, so you really have 2 of each in here. Do you see what I'm saying? 2 tabs, 2. I mean, I probably could have got away with not putting that many. And if I end up having problems with bulk in the book, you know, a couple sets of those will not be there. And just so you know, the tabs don't always stay up because the index cards were only so deep, but you know they're there. And I added this butterfly to the back I found in a magazine. And down below was sewing machines. I just thought that was funny. Just thought I'd add that there. Okay, now, this is the thing you got to remember. So you've got this one, and that's that side. There should be another side, right? Oh, that's why I had 2 sets. Aha! I knew there was a reason. Wasn't thinking straight this morning. I hope you guys are having a great morning so far. I mean, Everybody's is a little different. Some go to work, some stay home and do crafts. But it's a dreary day. I mean, we've had rain big time overnight. And where is this thing kind of come out at? It's got to be back here, because you sew it into the signature. There it is. Boo. Boom, boom, boom. So this is the other one here. And then this one. And remember, the index cards will probably not, you know, stay on the top. Okay, now we're going back to this other one. There it is. So we're going to do red. Wait a minute. No, we're going to do blue. I want that butterfly in there. And then we're going to do a red tab right there. And we're going to go over to, where am I? Where am I? The second half likes to hide. There it is. And we'll put a blue index card. Okay, and a red floral. Now, for some reason, I still have some left. Oh, no, I did both of that. That one is one. I don't have any more. I don't know where the other journaling cards came from. They just appeared out of nowhere. Okay. So, there we go. We're just going to pause and see what comes up next. All right, now, if we need additional ones, I'll run up on the place they need to go. So we're going to work with signature 1 first. I'm going to move, this is signature 3. I'm going to move it out of the way. And this is signature 1. Now, you may think that's not going to be enough, but it's already bulky because of 3 signatures, you know. Lots of journaling space in this book. And I just think the paper's beautiful. Okay, so we've got the flip there. So we're going to move on and find a solid area to put our belly band. I'm thinking here would be good. This is a strip that came out of the book of the birdflies. Of the birdflies. So I'm going to trim this off a little bit. And then we can glue this down. I think this book is turning out to be one of my favorites. I say that every time, but every time it's one thing's cooler than the other, and I love that. So I'm going to put a little bit of ink on this end that I cut because I have everything inked. So you want to do this once you have everything inked, it goes much faster. Now, I haven't decided what's going to go under this belly band yet. So that may be something for another day. But I am really trying to get this book completed today. So the next video that we will have on this book will be a flip through. And so that's why I want us to do as much as we can today. Really, it's just a lot of, I mean, we might have to make things along the way. You know, you never know if you don't have enough of something. And I generally do not have everything I need. Now this book is, of course, because I had to add that extra on there, like I thought I needed it. So, we already have, Houston, we have a problem. Okay, let me get a wipey. I'm sorry, I've already boobed this little project up, but I'm going to turn it upside down and work on this end to start with. I just want it to be straight when it's all said and done. So I will probably have to put a little bit of I can't believe that just did that. I just can't believe it just plopped itself off. Yeah, I can. It wasn't glued on both sides. Okay. All right. I'll have to fix all this after I've got both ends gluing down. Okay, then we're going to turn the book again. And we're going to add some down here. And we will have to clean up the edges. But you know, on belly bands, they're pulled out on. You got to really glue them in well or they'll not last. I don't want somebody to be playing with their book. Listen to me. Working with their book. It is a form of play for us because we enjoy it so much. It's a grown-up way of playing. Okay. Although I think it's really good to start your children out journaling. Because they'll learn to do it throughout their life. And they say it, you know, it's very therapeutic. So I've never like faithfully journaled, but that's my plan with my new book. I just had to just buy myself a book to allow me to get one done. I still haven't found that link. I'm keeping an eye out for it. If I find it, I'll let you guys know. But I saw this strip of butterflies on the cut apart page of this paper. And I was immediately like, that's going to be my belly band because it's different. And so I think it'll look, you know, be so different that people will like, it will turn heads. Maybe not completely, but... All right. So I came up with this cool idea to take some of our things that, you know, would have gone into the trash, envelopes, I'll just say it like that, envelopes that would have gone into the trash. I came up with this idea, how to make it a folio, and that'll be our next video. And actually, I thought it was better than making it out of cardstock because it didn't have as much bulk. It was just a fun way to do it. Good grief. Yes, it seems like a gallon. There we go. I think we're real close to being done. Getting all the glue out of there. I can come back and do some more later. But then I see it now and I'm like, just get it over with. While it will come off easier, you know. All right, there we go. Sorry, guys. Once again, I was glue happy. I just have an issue with it. I just want to make sure it stays together. Excuse me. Okay, so that looks really good with this page, I think. Now, the next thing we have to do is we've got pockets. Pockets, pockets, pockets. And again, this is for signature 1, so you don't want to forget about the second half of your signature. These better fit in here. Yeah, they do. These are the flat pockets that I made. So they don't lift up off the book, but they're great for, you know, just putting in something flat. And there's always things that want to fall over in your book. And, you know, this is a great pocket. I quit making flat pockets for a while. But then I was like, I need some flat pockets for this. So I made some for a journal. And the rest is history. Now I'm adding one set back into my books. Just do one line right here. Whoops, I say that and then mine separate. Just want to make sure we have... Okay. I love this pocket. I think it turned out really cool. I hope you guys agree. I'm going to bring it up as much as I can because I don't want it down in the spine any more than I have to, because it'll take longer to... I don't want it oozing down in there. But I do have to hold it for a second because it's matted, if you can tell right here. And the reason I matted it, because I thought it was not tall enough. It was the biggest piece I had. Now, see, this doesn't want to stay down. I'm going to get a clip, if I can find them. Right here's one of these big, giant paper clips. This will help hold it down in this spine, because the spine is going to be the culprit here. Okay, so that part should dry. Everything else should dry fine. And we don't have any leakage from that portion. All right, now, it's not going to be so easy to turn the pages. I have 3 more things that we need to get into this signature. I'm thinking. Maybe we'll put this pocket right here. Now, I haven't decorated the front, but we can go back and do that if we have time. I plan on decorating the front. I'll put it that way. All right. Come on. Try not to get it down here. I'm trying to hold the book open and not get this down in the glue down inside. Because if anyone can, it would be me. Sorry, guys. I just made a mess. Got glue for my fingers is why it's on here. While I was checking, I was getting glue on my fingers. I think we're almost there. I see a little bit right here, which will cause your book, just a little bit will glue your pocket down. So, you know, you want to get it off on the inside. Okay, we are clear to go. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I absolutely love this paper right here. It's kind of like the cover, you know. It's Just a cool paper. Okay, we want to make sure we're straight. And I usually line it up with the bottom of the page so I can get it straight. Yay. And we'll go back and fill in pockets after we get all the pockets done. We'll do the finishing touches separately if we have time. If not, you'll just have to be surprised during the flip through. All right, there's that pocket. Now we've got 2 more things to go in this book. So we've done several. We've done 2 pockets in the back part of the signature. And let's see. I'm going to check on this pocket as we're passing it and see how it's doing. Seems to be doing great, but I'm going to leave this on here a little longer. You know, sometimes different things. Okay, now we're still looking for a place to put this pocket and this other little pocket. I might come back and put it there. Let me leave that there. Kind of trying to spread stuff out as best I can. Now, I didn't intend for any B paper to get in here and be a main page, but it happened. I mean, I didn't have much choice when it came down to, I'm looking for the other one because it faces another direction. And I want to put this one here. I make a left and a right is what I do. And so, yeah, that's going to work. Now, let's get this one down. I made these a little smaller than I usually do. And so, I hope we don't have trouble getting something in these. If so, we'll just make some small tags. Okay. I've got Wizard of Oz music in my brain. You know how your brain will just sing to you? Or your thoughts. I keep listening to the, hearing the song that the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and the Lion sing together, you know. The one where they say, a heart, a brain, courage. Yeah. Just thought I'd share that with you. Not a lot has happened since I had my video yesterday. And I don't want to bore you with the same old things. I did visit a friend in the hospital. A sweet, dear friend of mine. And last night. But, you know, that's about all I've done that's out of the norm. Okay, so I have tags and an envelope that goes in this section. Let me get them out here. We'll use what we've got and then, you know, go from there. I was thinking, because this is a small pocket, that this would be good for this page. So I'm just going to set it right here. Okay, now we've got that one. Let me go this way and see if I put anything that needs attention on it here. Maybe I will put this little card up this way. Let me get a, what color? We want green. Let me get a green clip. I know it's hard to see if I know I've got my screen all the way out. I just want to make sure, yeah. Okay, so we got those filled. And I think that's as far back as that goes, so we can move forward. Keep going, keep going. If you have tags in the signature one pile that you don't end up using, then you can just move them to the next one and the next one till you find a place for everything. Okay, I may come back and put that there, so I want to get everything in first. Now we have this really cool butterfly tag that I found in a vintage shop for $1. Yeah, I thought it would be perfect for this. So that one's going there. I'm going to stamp some little critters inside this mason jar. Okay, then we've got the back of this. Maybe I want to put, instead of putting it on there, maybe I want to put it right there. Now, it is a small paper, but, and this, after you decoupage, you know, things are just stiff. I just kind of try to loosen them up without bending them and tearing them. I try to get them more the shape of the page. And I usually have pretty good luck, but I've also bent them before. What makes it super stiff is it's got collage on here, and then it's got this. And I think we did this in a video too, if you didn't get to see it. Okay, so we can do it as a side tuck, but there's not a whole lot of room to side tuck, if you know what I mean. I guess we could leave it open on that side. Let's try it and see if it's enough. It may or may not be, but we'll see what we end up with. Oops, scooted way over on that glue. Okay. So we'll see how it looks. Oh, no, I didn't do it right. So we can just do it as the pocket above. So if we want to put a pocket, something in the pocket, we can. So I'm going to move this as far over as I can because this is not a full-size page. And I don't want it down in the spine. Hope you guys are crafting with me. I don't know what your weather is like, but ours is dreary, and it's definitely a crafting type day. Stay in crafting type day. So I'm going to get another clip to put on this. The problem is that it doesn't like to bend, you know. What can I say? It's this one down here that I'm most concerned about. Let me get it on here. It's kind of hard. These are new clips. I got them for this very reason right here that we're using them. Because you just don't, it takes a few minutes and I don't like to drag out the process. Okay. So I know once I get them working better, they'll, see that side still is not staying down up here. All right, I think I'll put another one on this side. I mean, I've got plenty. Well, might as well have an extra hand. That should stay down right there once we flip the page. And there's the tag that goes in it. Okay, so let's go on and see what we got. So here's another pocket. Now, I would have put that there, but it's too much black in the background. So maybe we'll put, oh, I don't know, this kind of clashes with that. Let's put this little journaling card that I made. Perfect. Perfect. And then we'll decorate that. Okay, so that's all a signature one, except for tags that were left over. So I'm going to pass them to the next signature. That's kind of how I'm doing this. And then if I have stuff left over, so be it. Okay, so now we're going to work on signature 2. And by the time we do that, we should be able to get those clips off. So I'm not going to put anything right here, but we've got these great pockets on this page that we can house some of our butterfly stuff. Like, I really like this butterfly, but it kind of covers it up, doesn't it? Let me see. I also have this butterfly. Now, I made several of these decoupage butterflies because I wanted to be able to use them. So I'm going to leave that one there for now. I can always fill the pockets more if I need to, but I kind of like to give people something to do in their books. If I overload it, then they have no way of, doing theirs. So, all right, we've got this. And I love this dimensional butterfly. But I've also got this that needs a home. And I think because it's blue, it looks better on the blue. Let me see what the other color is. Oh, we have a black over here. Let's see what it looks like on the black. I think I like it better on the black. Now, you have to remember, you take the tags out when you're doing this because you want it to shape the page as much as possible. And you want to get this all the way to the edge. Can you see me? You want to get it all the way to the edge. So, that when they pull their tags out, they just come straight out. So this is not going to be a pocket because I want it to secure down really well. But, okay, so we're just going to start putting it on there. Okay. Hopefully this will do it. Let's see which side has the open. Oh, I need to make sure it's over here. Okay. And this is just rolling up, rolling down. So let's just push it. I was holding it at an angle. Okay. So you want to make sure your open end of your pockets here are toward the outside. Let's see. There we go. And just make sure it's flush and not sticking over the page. And then you just start pressing it down everywhere because it's a pretty big piece. I'm sure we won't get lucky and not have glue going somewhere. Maybe if I say that, it won't happen. Oh, there's a little bit right there. So last night after we saw my friend in the hospital, we hadn't eaten and it was close. Well, by the time we got to the restaurant, it was like 9 o'clock, which is no big deal, for us. We never stay on schedule anyway. But it was too late to eat, but we didn't let that keep us from eating. So we go into the restaurant and we ordered, it was a Mexican restaurant, and we went in and we ordered a tostada. They call them chalupas there. Anyway, we went in and ordered one chalupa a la carte with extra tomatoes. And I always take my baked chips into the restaurant because, you know, I can be assured that I'm not going to overeat by counting out my chips. I'm always, just so you know, I'm always trying some kind of diet. I just want to eat healthier. But then, they always, in this restaurant, we have ordered one chalupa when we go in there since the beginning of time, when they opened. Anyway, so the guy looks at us, that's all you want? Every time we go in there, you sure you don't want something else? They want to sell you a big plate of a heart attack waiting to happen. Okay, so now I've got this glued down better than any of the big stuff. You want to match the tag that goes into that one, which is by the stripe on the top. These make good journaling cards, and they decorate your book. This one is tighter than the rest. I'm not going to tell you their perfection because every time I make this, yeah, it goes in and out. I just wanted to make sure I didn't need to cut it down. Okay, so we have that in. Where do we go from here? We need to add a side pocket or side tuck. Let's do that next. Let's put it right here. And this is going to go in that side pocket. Okay. And it will go up like this, because it has a flat edge on one side. Okay. Trying to get a little bit of that off there before I lay it down. It sticks. What did I do with my glue stick? Not my glue stick, my eraser. Probably under all this stuff. Yep, that's where it's at. Okay. There you go. So now, I'm going to glue that on the very edge. And you notice I zigzagged it there to give it some design with black thread. So it would be real subtle, but yet it would get some attention when it comes to the design. You make sure nothing's leaking around the side. I think that side's sticking out a little bit. Yep, I could feel it. Like, what's the deal? I thought I measured it perfect. Well, it doesn't want to cut from that direction, so hopefully I don't cut the page open. That's better. Put a little bit of ink. Okay, so this tuck is in, and I think that looks pretty. And we're going to add this under here, but right now we're just going to add it in the book like this. Okay, so now we still have a lot to put in. We've got this big thing here, but I like it. This is the one that I was doing things backwards on. What can I say? I can be a backwards woman. Okay, and we have 2 pockets to add to this one. So we need to find a place for this because it's kind of big. Where, oh where should I put this? I think I want to do it on the right side because we need something heavier on the right side. Could end up putting it right here. Just have to see what we've got available here. We'll go back. Right here is perfect. I'm going to take this out until I'm done. I'm going to make a pocket behind it. Now, I may make pockets behind things and not stick anything in them. So, you always want to check when you have one of my books. If I can hide something, I sure try to. If I remember. I also forget sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to put this toward the outside of the page because it's heavy and it will glue down easier. Okay. I cannot believe that. That's so irritating. Ugh. Glue everywhere. It was doing great, and then at the very last second of me holding it, it just started oozing some glue out. Lovely. I'm going to put something under here so I don't get the page next to me all grimy. Let's see, there's some right here, up here at the top. I deliberately pushed all the glue back, so I guess it still went ahead and ran out. Okay, so we don't have any on the outside. It's sliding around, so I'm trying to get it back in place. Good grief. Good grief. Okay, now, I hope you can see right there. Can you? Yeah, I think you can. I'm going to hold this with my hand for a minute, and then I'm going to get that glue off, and then we can move along. I'll get this over here first while I'm holding that. You need about 10 hands when you do a journal. It would sure help. But it helps that you guys are here watching and seeing what I'm doing. I love doing this. And, you know, the videos and getting to, you know, read comments of people from all over. Okay. So last night, our subscriber number was 1414. I just thought that was interesting. Thought I'd throw that in there. It was funny because, you know, it can change in a minute, but I thought, well, that has to be good luck or something. Okay. Get it done, Paula. It's really a quiet morning here at my house. You know, you get stir crazy sometimes when it's this quiet, or at least I do, but it's not normally that slow. I know what happened is it kept sliding around, and when it did, it was leaving glue, big blobs of glue, where it wasn't supposed to be. Okay. I think I will put a clip on this side just because it's pretty thick. It's pretty heavy, and I just want to make sure when I come back to it that I don't have to do anything else to it. Now I can still stick this, well, I'll just set it right there. So that's what's going in there. Now we're going to flip back, keep flipping back, and we're going to find places for 2 pockets. Now we need to remember that we don't want the same pockets in two. One's bigger than the other. But what I do is I make 2 of each pocket, depending on how many signatures. I got 3 signatures, so I made 3 types of pockets. And I alternate where they go in the book. Just a little tip that helps me to not have to go through it a dozen times and figure it out. What I do is I separate my ephemera into 3 stacks or 2 stacks, depending on the size of the book or how many signatures are in the book. And then I kind of divide them out in a way that there's not 2 alike in one signature back to back. So that helps a little bit. Okay. Let's see if we can keep from having glue this time. Nuts. Okay, so we go down like this. I put it in this corner again. I love the florals in this book too. I just think they're, especially the blue one. The blue floral is my favorite. So pretty. So when I ended up being left with 1 page, I was like, I'm going to be left with that blue floral. They can have one and I'll take the other. But I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's the only piece, but I just liked it. But I have ordered another pack of this from a friend who has a scrapbooking store, and it's where I go scrapbooking a lot of times. I go to retreats a lot, but like I'm going to one in June, and I'm going to one in November and October. So it's actually June, October, and November. One of them, let's see, the first one is an expo. You know, and they have vendors and teachers there to teach you. The second one in October is like a weekend retreat, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and at a lodge on the lake here in Oklahoma. So it's like an hour and a half from my house, but it still takes you away. Okay, so there's not any blank places that I would really like to use on. Let me go back and see what the other red one looks like. Maybe there's nothing on the back of the mason jar paper. If I can find it. It should be coming out right in here, but it's not, so I must be too far back. But anyway, the second one is, it's got 2 buildings with women in the buildings, and makes no sense. Okay, it must be this direction. I'm just saying. Oh, see, there it is, but it's next to this. I don't like to put things next to each other because it doesn't give you as many options. So I'm just going to have to find a page to put it on. I really like to put stuff on cardstock. It just looks better. Well, maybe I'll put it right here. This is a good spot. This is a spot calling my name. And we got blue with the butterfly in the... Let me bring this forward. we've got blue with the butterfly on the left, so they will look good together. If I have time today, I might do 2 videos because I really want to do the other one. Might have to be a 2-parter because it's pretty big, but because collaging does slow you down. It does have some collaging in it. And now, let's see if this one is going to ooze glue. Okay. Nope, I don't think so. Thought I felt glue on that one, but... And so that one is like, they had the one, it's called Fin and Feather. And it's in Gore, Oklahoma. And it has the 2 big rooms. And she will do drawings off and on throughout the day. And you get nice things. It's not cruddy stuff. And then we have a full-size table. I think it's an 8-foot. 8-foot. And we all get our own table. Okay, so I'm going to put this one with this. Do you think that looks bad? Sure does blend, doesn't it? I'm getting down to the wire on my embellishments. Let me see what this red looks like. I like that better. So this one's going to go right there. And so we have this signature done as well. So I'm going to flip back and take these clips off. And I'm going to add one right here because this part right here is being ornery. Okay, now let me go back and do that. I want to go back to the start. This is the first one I put on. Yep, that's doing good. Let's go ahead and put the pocket, the tag in the pocket. Now, kind of have to lift those kind of pockets up because, you know. We'll go back later and make sure we've put everything where it needs to go. Let's see how this one's doing. I'm telling you, these things help when you clip in your pages, and you know, you don't have them sticking up in places. So that's nice. And this one's going to go inside here. All right. We're getting along fine. This one just went in, so we'll wait till the next. We finish the next one. Now we're on signature 3. Let me get the things that go in signature 3. A lot of things. So we're going to have a bag that we put in this one. We also have this big thing. We might have to put it on the last page. Or it might go on a front page. Oh, we forgot to put anything in that pocket. Way you go. This one can go there for now. If we change our mind, we can... I might end up making some better tags. Okay. We could put it on here. Since it's bulky, it will be between the 2 books. I think that's what I'm going to do. I really didn't want to cover the first page. Let's see what the inside page looks like. I'm just thinking the best thing I can do is put it where it's going to have a little bit of space so it's not so bulky. Okay, let's just put it right here. Oh, well. Let's see. Now, on this one, I am just going to glue it. I'm not making a pocket because there's already enough bulk in this in this project. Sometimes I will make things for books not thinking about what size I need it to be, and then it's giant. So this one is really a little bigger than it needs to be. And when you collage, you got to think about, especially if it's a bigger project or thicker, you got to think about where you're going to put it. Make sure you have like a spine or a signature you can put it between, and really will make a difference in how your book is bulked up. And it's going to be because of this. I haven't even closed it to see how we're doing on that subject. I'm kind of like, well, hold it for a second. Kind of let it attach. This one has a pocket under here. We did this in a video, if any of you didn't see it and want to go back. This was done out of old papers from, old text from a book that I ripped out of another book. Well, pretty good. We only have this one little leak down here. So I feel like that's progress. So I'm going to clip this in, just because I don't trust it to get the job done, you know, while I'm away. Okay, maybe I'll go up here like this. And I will be clipping it down here as soon as I make sure this is all off. You know, when the little balls are rolling up from the glue, you know, it's when they quit coming out that you know that you've done it pretty much, in small areas anyway. Like, look at this side. The whole side is popped up. That's because it's bulky and because it's, let me go like this. Come on. I'll let this side dry. And then we'll do one on the inside to hold this thing down on this side. I'm going to get one more. And it won't hold the whole side down, but it will hold this top down. And that's why I wanted them too, because they'll reach a lot further. And it makes it lots easier. You still don't have to sit there and hang on to this one corner, you know. There. So, we'll let it be at peace for a few minutes while we move on to the next thing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the next big thing because I want to make sure I have a place for it. I'm not going to do it on the red floral because we've already messed up one side of that. This will go great right here. So we'll do it there. Okay, let me move my stuff so you guys can see. Goodness. We're getting into a chunky book, I can tell. See how that is? I've got to figure out what the closure on this is going to be. I don't have any black, sorry Silk. But I do have the maroon, and I really have liked how the maroon looks. So I may do a closure with that. Okay, now we've got a bag. And, you know, this looked really good in the last book. So I thought we'd try it again. And it will flip out, and then I'll put some journaling paper underneath. I've already folded my hinge and measured to make sure it's the right length. You want the open side to be on the inside when you glue it down. You want to glue it onto this first. I'm going to push that away for a minute. so I'll have some room. You want to make sure you get the hinge all the way inside, but flush with the side of the bag. Now, I know this doesn't look like a bag because it's so collaged. But when you use just a bag by itself and don't collage it, there's a lot of things you can do. You can add a pocket. You can use the inside for a pocket, which is what I did. I just put some paper to journal on. So yeah. So you want to make sure the open side is on the inside. Let me make sure you can see. Yeah. And you want to line it up and keep one end up while you do that. And then as soon as you get the whole thing down, you start immediately putting it up against the edge of the bag. Okay, let's see how that would do. I'm going to see if it's over far enough. I think it is. But you got to remember that when you glue this down, if it doesn't clear the edge of the paper, it will bulk up the paper. It'll kind of make it wavy. And you don't want that for sure. So I think we did pretty good on that. All right, now the next thing you're going to do is glue the other hinge to the page. And I make sure that, you know, there's enough glue to make that happen. Especially toward the middle of the hinge right here. Okay. Because I want it to attach to that edge. Listen, I have done these bags. They've kind of been one of the things I loved doing. I'm going to bring this one all the way down. Because this is a tall thing that we're working on. Let me separate these other pages. So I can't tell where one ends and one starts. So you just want to make this flush also. You don't want it to be taller than the page, but you want it to be flush. Right here in the middle. There we go. There we go. Now we're going to bring it out and make sure there's not any glue underneath. And there is, of course. This is very close. See how it's I don't know which one was too close. It could have been the bag. It's still wet, so I can fix it. I just want, when it comes out, like when you open it completely out, I want it to be smooth transition from paper to sack. So even if you have a little gap, that's fine, just as long as it's like you need it to be. And so by doing the gap, I ended up with some glue. That eased out, but that's okay. I'm an expert. I'm an expert. What happened is whenever I flipped it over and it was a little bit tight and it wouldn't, you know, roll back in comfortably, I put a little bit of space between it. You know, you just kind of have to work quick when you put it on and make sure everything is working like you want it to work. So this isn't thick glue that's coming out or puddles of glue. It's where I slid it over. Now, I am going to get the paper that we're going to put under here and glue it down. So let me grab that. It's right behind me. somewhere. There it is. Oh, good grief. I'm coming. It has hid itself. I found it. I'm trying to separate it. Okay. So, I've showed you this before. This is from an old tooling company. From 1910. And the year is right here. 1910. Okay, so whatever they made was made in the USA. It says that right here. So I'm going to just ink this really fast because I didn't get my act together and have this paper ready. I must have got distracted or something and weren't able to. So as soon as you glue this down, you need to flip it back over so that your hinge can glue. Oh, right in there it has glue. Great. Great, great. It's all right. I'll get over it. Okay. And you want to glue this down. You don't have to go crazy like I usually do. Well, that was silly. I got a little bit inside that. Okay, now you're going to butt this right up against your hinge. And it should be covered by your book, your page, your sack. So, that thing. Okay. Just make sure we don't have any glue anywhere else. Just this one spot. So when you cover it, see, the page is covered. But I noticed when I flipped this sack back in position a minute ago that I need to clean this up a little bit. I'm not going to dig down in there, but I'm just going to make sure there's none on the edge. Okay, so we have our journaling page. Now I will come in here and title any kind of journaling page I do. I usually put notes or journal or things to do, or, you know, just kind of little prompts that will help the person get started. Now we're going to do the 3 pockets. That's what we have left to do on this page. So, or this signature. So let's start back. Let's start in the back and work our way forward. We could put one right there. Let's do this one here. We're real close to having everything that has to be glued in the book. Okay. Let's see what happens here. This one has a little red what do you call them? Can't believe I said that and don't even know what I call them. You know, the red bug with the black spots. You know, they're called ladybugs is what they're called. It just dawned on me. I was digging through stuff and couldn't find it, and I was like, I know what those are. Okay. So that one glued down well because it's flat. And I didn't ooze out anywhere on the sides. Maybe just a drop right there. That takes care of it. Yeah. So on this one, the tag, I have one tag left. And it's this. But this obviously is going to be too small. I'll leave it there and maybe put two things together in a pocket. So we are going to have to make either some journaling cards or something. But after this video, there's not going to be that much to do. And I want you to have some surprises through the flip through. I didn't used to do this. I did in my earlier videos, but, you know, let you go along with me decorating it because I always wanted it to be a surprise. And there's a pocket that's going to need, you know what? I have some journaling cards left. I think I'm going to put those in here because they look really good with that. Yeah. When I get to the next one, I'll fill it too. I used to just surprise you guys and you didn't see it until the flip through. We would make the items, but we didn't actually do them on camera. Don't tell me I don't have another piece of paper in this signature to, let me put one of these journaling cards over here as well. That's where these went because I had exactly 4 left. And that's why, is because I had 4 that I had already prepared for these pockets. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Give me a place to glue. Right there's a good place. On the Edith Holden, it's just really writing. So I think I'm going to put it in here like this. We'll have to get our clips after it. And it's going to be a pocket. One of our flat pockets. The third retreat, see, I told you I go all over the place. The third retreat is in Grove, Oklahoma, which is a lake town. They don't have much at all there, but they have a big kind of resort. It's called Shangri-La. And we used to take the kids there when they were little just to, you know, take them somewhere for the weekend. And trying to avoid this glue. And they had a nice golf course, so my husband would play golf. And anyway, let's see. This one's going to have a clip. I know ahead of time, already know that it's going to need a clip. Might as well put it on here, hadn't I? Especially this one down in the spine. So in Grove, they call it, you can go to their website and it's easy to remember. It's KISS, K-I-S-S. But I don't know the exact title. You know, that's just the breakdown of it. But the thing I didn't tell you about Fin and Feather, the one before this that we go to in October, they serve you a huge buffet at every meal. And you're stuffed the whole time you're there. And, I mean, it's wonderful, okay? It's not like slide by night kind of. They have a, you know, they have cabins there, and we stay in a cabin Friday and Saturday night, and your meals included and all that. And then they have a place called Soda Steve's, and in that place you oh crud, I don't know where I'm gonna put this one. I don't want to put it there because it's too red on red. Excuse me. I can't believe my allergies do this to me. Make me hack and cough. So I could do something different and put it on the back of this page. It would look better than putting it on, you know, a printed page. I do put things on printed pages. I could put it right here. But yeah, this will work. Let's do this. I think that's where I put the one before. I just missed it. Yeah. All right, now this is our last pocket, and then we will end this video, and the next time you see this book, it will be for the flip through. That will make it more fun for you guys. I hope you're enjoying the series with this book. I have enjoyed making it. I think it's fabulous paper. And again, the paper is called Flutter. Okay, let me see if I can take some of these out real quick. I haven't even looked at the time. Oh my goodness, it's an hour and 20 minutes. We gotta go. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you back here next time. The third convention was in Grove, Oklahoma. It's called KISS, and it's a huge civic center just full of women, and they bring in vendors, and it's awesome. See you guys next time. Bye.